Have you ever heard the saying, one man's medicine can be another man's poison? It is especially true when we talk about food. Most of us think of papaya as a superfood. It is rich in vitamin C, loaded with antioxidants, and gentle on digestion. Many people over 60 reach for it because it feels light, refreshing, and healing. But here is the hidden truth. When you combine papaya with certain other foods, you may unknowingly create the perfect storm for digestive distress, nutrient imbalances, and even long-term health complications. Now, why does this matter so much for seniors over 60? Because your body is not operating the same way it did in your 20s or 30s. As we age, our digestive enzymes shift, our gut microbiome becomes more sensitive, and our immune system, what scientists call immune resilience, needs extra care. A food combination that might cause only mild discomfort in younger years can become a real health hazard later in life. Imagine your body as a finely tuned orchestra. Every instrument has to play in harmony. When you eat a food like papaya, it brings its own notes, enzymes like papain, antioxidants like lycopene, and natural sugars. On its own, that symphony is beautiful. But if you add the wrong instrument, say a heavy dairy food or a high protein meat or even something acidic, you can throw the whole orchestra out of balance. The result is not just discomfort. Inside your body, this disharmony can trigger inflammation, strain your pancreas, disrupt your gut bacteria, and in some cases, even elevate risks linked to metabolic disease. The research is clear. Food combinations matter. A 2022 review in the journal Food Science and Human Wellness found that mixing incompatible foods can impair nutrient absorption and increase oxidative stress, essentially rusting your cells from the inside out. For seniors, this translates into faster aging of tissues, weakened immunity, and greater vulnerability to chronic disease. So here is the heart of our conversation today. Papaya is not the enemy. In fact, it can be a friend. But only if you learn how to pair it wisely, and just as importantly, how to avoid 3 specific food combinations that create hidden dangers for your health. Over the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly what happens inside your body when papaya collides with these foods. You will learn the biological mechanisms, the science-backed risks, and most importantly, simple, practical steps to protect yourself. I will also give you alternatives, so you can enjoy papaya in ways that actually boost your energy, strengthen your digestion, and support longevity. Because food should not just fill your stomach, it should fuel your future. Picture this. You sit down to a family meal, and the plate in front of you holds a generous serving of grilled meat, maybe chicken or steak. As dessert arrives, someone offers a bowl of fresh papaya. On the surface, this seems harmless, even healthy. After all, both are real, whole foods. But here is where the biology gets interesting. Papaya contains an enzyme called papain. Think of papain as a set of tiny scissors designed to cut apart protein molecules into smaller pieces your body can use. In moderation, and when eaten on its own, papain can be wonderful. It makes protein easier to digest, reduces bloating, and even helps with tissue repair. In fact, papain is so powerful that it has been used in meat tenderizers for decades. But now imagine the same enzyme flooding your digestive tract right after you have eaten a large serving of dense animal protein. Your stomach is already working hard to break down the steak or chicken with hydrochloric acid, and pepsin, the body's own natural enzymes. When papain enters this environment, it essentially competes with your stomach's machinery, cutting protein chains in ways that are not coordinated with your own digestive rhythm. The result? Confusion inside your digestive orchestra. Proteins may not break down fully into the amino acids your body needs. Instead, they can linger, ferment, and produce gas. More importantly, incomplete digestion leaves behind protein fragments that can irritate the gut lining, increase inflammation, and even trigger immune reactions. This is especially significant for seniors, whose stomach acid production tends to decline naturally with age, making protein breakdown less efficient to begin with. Here is what the science shows. A study published in Digestive Diseases and Sciences in 2021 highlighted how disruptions in protein digestion can alter the gut microbiome, giving harmful bacteria more fuel. Over time, this imbalance may contribute to leaky gut, systemic inflammation, and metabolic disorders. For older adults, this can manifest as fatigue, joint stiffness, or even worsened blood sugar control. Think of it like trying to drive two different cars on the same road at the same time. One car represents your body's digestive enzymes, the other car represents pain. Instead of traveling smoothly, both collide, creating a traffic jam in your gut. So, what can you do? The key is timing. If you enjoy papaya, eat it separately from heavy proteins. A simple rule of thumb is to give yourself a 2-hour window. For example, have papaya as a mid-morning snack on an empty stomach, or as an evening refresher well after dinner. This way, papain can do its beneficial work without clashing with the complex task of breaking down animal proteins. And if you are looking for foods that pair beautifully with papaya, choose light, water-rich options such as cucumber, spinach, or even a handful of berries. These combinations support hydration, enhance antioxidant absorption, and keep digestion smooth. Here's a practical protocol. Try starting your day with a papaya smoothie blended with leafy greens and a splash of lemon water. Not only will you avoid the protein conflict, but you will also prime your digestion with enzymes, vitamin C, and fiber that fuel your microbiome. If this is resonating so far, I encourage you to subscribe for more science-backed health strategies. Because the more you understand how your body truly works, the more power you have to protect it. Remember, papaya is not the problem. It is how you combine it. By giving this fruit its own spotlight, you transform it from a source of discomfort into a true ally for your digestion and longevity. Now let us talk about a pairing that might seem innocent, even traditional in some cultures. Papaya with milk or yogurt. You may have seen papaya milkshakes on menus or fruit yogurts that mix tropical fruits with dairy. At first glance, it looks like a refreshing, nutrient-rich treat. But when you dig into the biology, you will see why this combination can be troublesome, especially for seniors over 60. Papaya, as we have discussed, is rich in enzymes like papain and chymopapain. These enzymes thrive in a more acidic environment where they can help break down food quickly and efficiently. Dairy, on the other hand, particularly milk and yogurt, brings a very different chemistry to your digestive system. Milk contains casein, a protein that requires a significant amount of stomach acid and enzymes to break down. It also contains lactose, the natural sugar in milk, which many people become less able to digest as they age. In fact, research suggests that nearly 70% of older adults experience some degree of lactose intolerance. When you combine papaya with dairy, the conflict is twofold. First, the enzymes in papaya interfere with how casein is broken down, slowing digestion. Second, if you already struggle with lactose absorption, the added sugars in papaya can compound the problem. The result is bloating, cramping, and excess gas. But more than just discomfort, here is what is really happening inside your body. Partially digested dairy proteins can linger in your gut, feeding harmful bacteria and triggering mucus production. This is why many people notice phlegm or congestion after mixing fruit with milk-based drinks. Think of your gut as a garden. Papaya brings seeds of health, antioxidants, fiber, and enzymes that help the soil flourish. But when you pour in dairy at the same time, it is like dumping heavy clay into that garden. Instead of aerating the soil, it suffocates the healthy growth, allowing weeds, harmful bacteria to take over. A 2020 study in Nutrients pointed out that impaired digestion of lactose can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation, which is linked to weakened immune defenses and accelerated aging. For someone in their 60s or 70s, this can mean more frequent infections, slower recovery from illness, and even worsened bone health due to impaired calcium absorption. So, what should you do if you love papaya? The answer is simple. Keep dairy and papaya apart. If you enjoy yogurt, try it with blueberries or oats instead. Foods that harmonize with dairy's protein and sugar profile. Save papaya for a separate snack or as part of a fruit salad paired with non-dairy companions like watermelon, kiwi, or a squeeze of lime. Here's a practical protocol you can try. Make a mid-afternoon papaya bowl with a sprinkle of chia seeds and a few slices of kiwi. This not only avoids the dairy clash, but also gives you omega-3 fatty acids and extra vitamin C, boosting your body's defense against oxidative stress. If you miss the creaminess of dairy, opt for plant-based alternatives such as unsweetened almond or coconut yogurt, which are lighter on digestion and pair beautifully with papaya's natural sweetness. The key lesson is this: papaya and dairy do not play well together inside your body's digestive symphony. By keeping them apart, you allow both to shine in their own ways, nourishing you without conflict. Imagine this. You are at a summer gathering and someone serves a beautiful fruit salad. It looks like a rainbow, papaya chunks, pineapple, oranges, maybe even a squeeze of lemon juice drizzled over the top. On the surface, it feels refreshing, hydrating, and healthy. But when you mix papaya with acidic fruits, your digestive system can experience a storm beneath the calm surface. Here is why. Papaya, as we know, is naturally alkaline forming and rich in papain, which helps proteins break down. When eaten alone, papaya soothes the stomach, reduces inflammation, and supports a calm digestive rhythm. Acidic fruits like oranges, pineapples, and grapefruits, however, flood your stomach with citric acid. This sudden acid surge creates a harsh environment where papain cannot function properly. Think of papain as a skilled craftsman working carefully with his tools. If the lights suddenly flicker and the floor shakes, his precision work is thrown off. The result is incomplete digestion. When papain's activity is suppressed, the sugars in papaya are left partially broken down. Instead of being smoothly absorbed, they ferment in the gut, producing gas and bloating. For someone over 60 whose stomach acid levels are already lower than in younger years, this clash can feel even harsher, leading to heartburn, acid reflux, or lingering discomfort after meals. But it goes deeper than symptoms. A 2019 review in the Journal of Gastroenterology and Hepatology noted that repeated acid imbalance in the stomach can damage the protective mucosal lining. Over time, this weakens the barrier that shields your esophagus and stomach wall from irritation, making you more vulnerable to ulcers and reflux disease. In other words, that innocent fruit salad may quietly be eroding your body's defenses. Now let us look at this with an analogy. Picture your stomach as a delicate washing machine designed to handle one type of load at a time. Papaya alone is like washing light, soft fabrics. It runs smoothly and comes out fresh. Add in acidic fruits, and suddenly you are tossing in muddy boots and gravel. The machine clunks, strains, and in the long run may break down more quickly. So what is the better way? If you love citrus fruits, enjoy them separately from papaya. Have your orange or grapefruit in the morning with a handful of nuts, where the acidity can aid mineral absorption without clashing with papaya's enzymes. Then save papaya for later in the day, when your stomach is calmer and ready to absorb its antioxidants and fiber without interference. Here's a practical protocol. Make papaya the star of a standalone snack. Slice it fresh, add a drizzle of lime, not too much, just enough to enhance flavor without overpowering its natural alkalinity, and top with a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. This combination is refreshing, rich in zinc for immune support, and avoids the heavy acid load that comes with citrus. And if you want variety, pair papaya with other alkaline-forming fruits like bananas, melons, or even ripe pears. These combinations work in harmony with papaya's gentle nature, supporting smoother digestion and a calmer gut environment. If this message is resonating, I invite you to subscribe for more science-driven insights on how food can be your greatest medicine. Each small change in how you combine foods can ripple forward into better energy, stronger immunity, and longer-lasting vitality. The takeaway here is simple. Papaya and acidic fruits may look beautiful together on a plate, but inside your body, they fight for dominance. Keep them apart, and you protect the balance of your digestive system, allowing your body to absorb every ounce of nourishment that papaya was meant to give you. Let us imagine a common breakfast, a bowl of papaya chunks sitting on top of sweetened cereal, maybe with a drizzle of honey. Or perhaps you have seen papaya served alongside white rice at lunch or enjoyed as part of a dessert mixed with syrup or cakes. These combinations may feel energizing in the moment, but inside your body, they can create a blood sugar roller coaster that accelerates aging rather than slowing it down. Here is why. Papaya itself has a moderate glycemic index, which means it naturally raises blood sugar at a steady pace when eaten alone. That is generally safe, even beneficial, because papaya's fiber helps slow the release of glucose into your bloodstream. But when you combine papaya with refined starches like white rice, bread, or processed cereal, or with added sugars like syrups, candies, and desserts, the natural balance is lost. The fiber in papaya is overwhelmed and glucose surges into your blood much faster than your body can manage. Think of your bloodstream as a calm river. Papaya by itself is like a gentle rain that nourishes the flow, but add starchy or sugary foods, and it is like a sudden storm. Flash floods overwhelm the riverbanks, eroding stability and leaving damage behind. This matters especially for seniors, because insulin sensitivity tends to decline with age. Your cells do not respond as efficiently to insulin, the hormone that ushers glucose out of your blood and into your tissues. So when you combine papaya with high sugar or high starch foods, your pancreas must pump out even more insulin to keep up. Over time, this constant demand can exhaust your insulin producing cells, paving the way toward prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. The science backs this up. A 2021 study published in Diabetologia found that repeated glucose spikes, even in people who were not yet diabetic, accelerated biological aging by increasing oxidative stress and damaging DNA. This silent aging does not always show up immediately, but it is happening beneath the surface, affecting your energy, your skin, and even your brain health. But here is the hopeful part. With just a little strategy, you can turn papaya into a blood sugar-friendly ally. One powerful tip is to pair papaya with protein or healthy fat instead of starches and added sugars. For example, a small bowl of papaya with a handful of walnuts or almonds slows glucose absorption, flattens the blood sugar curve, and gives you a steadier release of energy. Here's a practical protocol. If you crave papaya for breakfast, enjoy it alongside a boiled egg or a spoonful of unsweetened Greek-style almond yogurt. This combination harnesses papaya's antioxidants while keeping your glucose stable throughout the morning. Alternatively, blend papaya into a smoothie with spinach and flax seeds. The fiber and plant-based fats create a protective shield against sugar spikes. Another helpful strategy is timing. If you are going to enjoy papaya, do so earlier in the day, when your body's insulin response is naturally stronger. Eating papaya late at night, especially after a starchy dinner, makes it harder for your body to process glucose efficiently, leaving sugar circulating in your blood overnight and straining your metabolism while you sleep. Here is the big lesson. Papaya does not cause harm on its own. It is the company it keeps. When paired with refined starches and added sugars, it can accelerate the very conditions many seniors are trying to avoid: diabetes, heart disease, and accelerated aging. But when paired wisely, it becomes a gentle, healing fruit that supports your metabolism and helps you stay vital for longer. So next time you reach for papaya, think of it as fuel for balance, not a trigger for spikes. Your choices at the table are shaping not only your day, but your future health. Your gut is not just a digestive tube. It is a living rainforest, home to trillions of microbes that shape your immunity, mood, and even how you age. Every meal you eat is like rainfall in that rainforest. The right food combinations nourish the diverse plants and creatures, keeping the ecosystem vibrant. The wrong ones, however, act like pollutants, feeding weeds that choke out balance. Papaya sits at an interesting crossroads in this story. On its own, papaya is a friend to your microbiome. Its soluble fiber feeds beneficial bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, compounds that reduce inflammation and strengthen your colon lining. Its antioxidants lower oxidative stress in your gut, and its natural enzymes can ease the workload on your digestive tract. But when paired with the wrong foods, papaya's benefits can be hijacked, tipping the microbial balance in the wrong direction. Take the earlier examples we discussed, pairing papaya with heavy proteins, dairy, or sugary foods. Each of these combinations leaves behind partially digested fragments, excess lactose, or unabsorbed glucose. Guess who loves to feast on those leftovers? Harmful bacteria and yeast. They thrive on undigested residues, multiplying faster than the beneficial species. Over time, this imbalance, called dysbiosis, can lead to gas, bloating, irregular bowel movements, and even systemic inflammation. A 2020 review in Frontiers in Immunology explained how dysbiosis in older adults weakens the immune system, creating what scientists call inflammaging, a chronic, low-grade inflammation that accelerates diseases from arthritis to cardiovascular problems. In other words, the wrong papaya combinations are not just upsetting your stomach today, they may be quietly shaping the trajectory of your health in the next decade. Think of your microbiome as a community orchestra. Beneficial bacteria are the strings and woodwinds, creating harmony and resilience. Harmful microbes are the drums, necessary in small doses, but overwhelming if they dominate. Papaya is like a conductor's baton, guiding the orchestra toward harmony unless you bring in clashing foods that cause the drums to drown out the melody. So how can you protect this internal rainforest? The key is pairing papaya with foods that also support beneficial bacteria. Leafy greens, flax seeds, oats, and other prebiotic fibers make excellent companions. Together, they amplify short-chain fatty acid production, reduce gut inflammation, and create a more diverse microbiome. Fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi should not be mixed directly with papaya in the same meal, but alternating them in your daily diet adds another layer of protection. Introducing probiotics that thrive in the environment papaya helps cultivate. Here's a practical protocol. Try making a mid-morning papaya bowl with flax seeds, a few slices of kiwi, and a sprinkle of unsweetened coconut flakes. This not only tastes refreshing, but also supports both digestion and microbial diversity. Avoid following papaya immediately with dairy-heavy meals or sugary desserts, because those undo the very benefits papaya provides. Another tip, listen to your body's signals. If you notice bloating, irregularity, or even brain fog after mixing papaya with certain foods, that is your microbiome speaking. Adjust your pairings, and you will often notice improvements within days, a clearer mind, steadier energy, and lighter digestion. If this conversation is resonating, take a moment to subscribe for more science-backed strategies on how food can be your medicine. Each choice you make at the table shapes your inner ecosystem, and that ecosystem, in turn, determines your resilience, your vitality, and your quality of life. Remember this. Papaya can either feed weeds or water the rainforest. The choice lies in how you pair it. Keep its companions clean and supportive, and papaya will help your microbiome sing in harmony for years to come. Up until now, we have focused on what not to do, combinations of papaya that create conflict in your body. But health is never just about avoidance. It is about building habits that support energy, clarity, and resilience. The good news is that when you choose the right companions for papaya, this humble fruit transforms into a powerhouse of healing, working with your biology rather than against it. So what are the smarter ways forward? Let us begin with papaya and green vegetables. Imagine starting your day with a simple papaya and spinach smoothie. Spinach provides magnesium, iron, and plant-based nitrates that improve blood flow, while papaya adds vitamin C that helps your body absorb that iron more efficiently. It is like combining a builder and an architect. Together, they construct something stronger than either could achieve alone. Another excellent combination is papaya with seeds and nuts. A small bowl of papaya cubes, topped with chia seeds, flax seeds, or almonds, creates a balanced snack that stabilizes blood sugar, nourishes your microbiome, and provides omega-3 fatty acids that calm inflammation. Think of this as adding anchors to a balloon. The papaya lifts your energy, while the seeds ground it, preventing those sudden spikes and crashes. For hydration and digestion, pairing papaya with cucumber or watermelon works beautifully. Both are water-rich, alkaline-forming foods that complement papaya's gentle enzyme activity. This combination is particularly helpful in hot weather or for seniors who may struggle with chronic dehydration. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2022 emphasized that water-rich foods are one of the simplest, most overlooked tools for maintaining kidney health and supporting blood pressure stability as we age. Papaya paired with cucumber is like a cool stream running through your digestive system, refreshing, cleansing, and restorative. If you want to support your immune system, pair papaya with kiwi or strawberries. These fruits amplify papaya's vitamin C, delivering an antioxidant shield that protects your DNA and enhances your white blood cell function. A 2023 Harvard study found that people who consumed a variety of vitamin C-rich fruits daily had stronger immune responses to infections, even in older age groups. Imagine this combination as adding extra bricks to the protective wall around your immune fortress. And finally, do not overlook herbs and spices. Papaya with a sprinkle of fresh mint or a dash of ginger can elevate digestion and soothe the stomach. Ginger, for example, stimulates gastric motility, the movement of food through the stomach, while mint calms muscle spasms in the gut. Together with papaya, they create a gentle symphony that makes you feel lighter, calmer, and more energized. Here is a practical protocol to try this week. Breakfast: papaya and spinach smoothie with flax seeds. Mid-morning: a papaya and cucumber salad with a drizzle of lemon. Afternoon snack: papaya cubes with a handful of almonds. Evening refresher: papaya slices with mint and ginger tea. Notice how each of these pairings avoids the conflicts we discussed earlier. No heavy proteins, no dairy, no acidic citrus overload, and no refined starches or added sugars. Instead, each meal turns papaya into a supportive partner, helping your body maintain balance and strength. Here's the deeper message. Food is not just fuel, it is information. Each bite sends signals to your microbiome, your immune system, your blood vessels, and even your genes. When you pair papaya with foods that harmonize, you are sending a clear message of resilience, calm, and longevity. So, the next time you reach for papaya, see it not as a side dish, but as an opportunity. With the right companions, you are not just eating, you are programming your body for health. We began today with a simple truth. Food is not just what fills your stomach, it is what fuels your future. Papaya, often celebrated as a superfood, can indeed be a gift for seniors over 60. But as we have explored together, when combined with the wrong foods, heavy proteins, dairy, acidic fruits, refined starches, or excess sugars, it can shift from being a gentle healer to a hidden disruptor. Think back to the orchestra analogy. Your body is designed to play in harmony. Each food you eat is an instrument, and the combinations you choose determine whether the music is soothing and energizing or jarring and exhausting. When papaya collides with incompatible foods, the orchestra falls into disarray, digestion stalls, the microbiome falters, blood sugar spikes, and inflammation quietly takes root. But when papaya is given the right companions, the symphony flows beautifully, creating resilience, vitality, and balance. Here are the key lessons. Number 1. Papaya with heavy proteins can overwhelm digestion and strain your gut. Number 2. Papaya with dairy creates mucus, bloating, and nutrient interference. Number 3. Papaya with acidic fruits undermines its natural enzyme activity, irritating the stomach lining. Number 4. Papaya with starches or sugars triggers dangerous glucose spikes that accelerate aging. Number 5. These wrong pairings disrupt your microbiome, feeding harmful bacteria instead of nourishing the beneficial ones. And number 6, the smarter way forward is pairing papaya with leafy greens, seeds, nuts, water-rich vegetables, and other alkaline-forming fruits, allowing it to act as medicine for your body.